So this is going to be a brief part 2 to this morning. A story of faith. So if you watched my last video, you will have heard me say that this morning, even though I didn't believe in the magic of this new moon and visioning your dreams, because I haven't felt like any of my dreams have been coming to manifest, I thought, okay, at the very least, I'm going to believe in faith. Even if I fake it, I'm gonna believe in faith, have faith. So then, as what happened is I, got pulled over by the police and got €100 fine. Should have been 200 actually, apparently. And of course, that plummeted me into just despair. I cried my eyes out this morning. But it was also very interesting that I felt compelled to have this conversation with this police, and my mom said, oh, maybe he only charged you 100 instead of 200 because of the conversation you had. Who knows? Like, maybe there was a purpose. It cost me €100, but who knows the effect that a conversation that is inviting somebody to come into their heart, the effect that can have, the ripple effect. So 2 things happened to me today that have made me believe in faith. One was out of the blue, and I have these kind of psychic hits, but 3 days ago I'd thought about someone that I don't know, I've never met in person, but they messaged me today out of the blue and just said, hey, it's been a long time. And I said, it's so interesting that you texted because you came up in my mind 3 days ago. But more so is because this person profoundly believes in God, had always told me that he's like, the message actually today was, your heart and your soul is so pure. You're a child of light, and you're always supported. And if you need anything, I'm here, like soul brother to soul sister. And it was like this grace that came in that's like, remember who you are, remember that God or universe or source or consciousness or nature or existence, whatever you want to call it, that it exists. Because what are the odds, right? What are the odds that I get that message after feeling such despair, after losing faith, after giving the middle finger to God, after just not understanding what the hell is going on and feeling like, pretty down. So that was like, okay, that's come in for a reason. I believe that everything comes in for a reason. And then I had already had a plan to have tea with a friend of mine, and it was just such a beautiful chat. I feel so grateful to her. Really, really feel so grateful because it was such a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul chat, being able to talk about deep things and just having so much empathy. And she talked, without me saying it, she talked about, like, in these times when you're going through stuff that seems like nothing is working out and nothing is coming into fruition and manifestation, and then you get, you get the €100 fine with the last moment that you need it, and all of these things. She's like, you have to really profoundly trust and have faith. To have faith, and there it is. And I was thinking to myself, one never tests their faith unless there's a test, right? And so this morning was my test, and at first I maybe failed it pretty profoundly, although very interesting that something in me had faith, not in God but in myself, not in God but in my heart, in my soul. That's why I felt like the need to share about, like, are you happy? What is life really about? Like, maybe this man will go home and really ask himself the question, like, if he knows he's not happy, maybe he'll really ask himself the question, what am I doing? What has meaning to me? What is my purpose here? Is it giving out tickets to people and giving money to a corrupt government and a corrupt society and a corrupt matrix, a corrupt world? Or actually, do I want to, like, think about what that woman said and maybe life is about love and nature and connection and heart, So I'm just trying to see the silver lining. And I had this wonderful conversation, and you're just really reminding me of this, like, the need to have this unwavering trust, unwavering faith. That it seems that that's what happens. It's like, oh, you wanna ask for faith? Your faith is going to be tested. And it doesn't get tested when things are good. It gets tested when things are hard. So between that completely random text message and then the beautiful conversation that I had with my friend, maybe grace does exist. But I don't see it as like, the God that is written. I see it as a grace that moves through each and every one of us. And when we lose faith in the God or the universe or the consciousness or whatever, that we remember to have faith in ourselves, to have faith in human connection. What gave me faith today was human connection, was human generosity of spirit and of heart. And I think that's what we're moving through in these times. It's no longer about looking towards the deity, towards the idol, towards something outside of ourselves. It's human to human, it's heart to heart, because we are God. We just forgot how to access that, and we access it through love and heart and compassion and care and generosity and empathy. And so even though this morning was pretty fucked up, I'm so glad that a part of me could drop into my heart enough to have that conversation with him. And my mom said, he's maybe never had that kind of conversation with someone that he stopped and pulled over and given a ticket to. You have no idea the effects of that. And my friend said that too. She's like, you have no idea. You might have changed his life. You might have changed his wife's life. You might have changed his wife's sister's life. It's the ripple effect. It's the butterfly effect. That's what my friend was saying. It's like you do something here and it's felt on the other side of the world. So that gives me faith. Maybe it's not in a God, but it's in a kind of grace and spirit and in the human. And the human without love is ugly, but the human with love is so beautiful and so generous and so kind. So I'm going to try to remember to be that more for other people and to remind them when they're mean to us, when they're shut down, when they give us a bloody ticket. It's an invitation to smile more, to love more, to be the change we want to see in the world. Loving you from afar. Bye.